How does this compare to anything else you've covered in your time here?
Yeah, not even close to anything. I mean, normally we're talking about, you know, things in the sandbox, what players are doing on the court and sports is fun, and sports is about, you know, winning and losing. This is about a much more serious thing. Never thought I would be talking about something like this, but it's already, even though we were kind of at the tip of the iceberg here, it's unlike anything I've ever covered.
Like anybody, I was surprised. Because again, while I didn't know Bernie, I knew Bernie.
And I found out when everybody else did with the ESPN report that came out. I mean, some stories, you know, you hear things behind the scenes and things that don't make it public, and people in the media, you know, you get whispers and tips and things of that nature, but not a thing with this.
He's a guy, based on what players and coaches and guys who have known him, they really said that he's a genuine guy who really cares about everyone that he's come in contact with.
Talk about him.
Oh, they love Bernie. Bernie was the guy that kind of kept in touch with the players through the years and has been kind of the liaison of, you know, just kind of keeping in touch with them, seeing what's going on. And, you know, from what we understand, when Bernie would go on recruiting trips and things of that nature, he'd always try and connect with former players when they would do things for charities and things of that nature. Bernie was the guy that kind of not only kept in touch with them, but with, you know, managers and people from all levels involved with the program.
You had just a month ago had asked people in and around the program, former players, I think you would have a universal praise of Bernie Fine as a person and what he had done for these people. You're going to find countless stories of men that he molded as college players, managers, walk-ons, those people in particular, because that was his background. He didn't play here. He was a manager. He took care of the manager. I can't think there's a place in the country that gives more respect to the managers and the walk-ons and invites them into part of the senior day and the banquet at the end of the year. Well, that's because Jim Boeheim was a walk-on and Bernie Fine was a manager.
This is a pretty good basketball team. Could this, in any way, derail what could be a pretty good season?
I think it could, because we may only be at the tip of the iceberg here.
Oh, I think the guys are going to come closer together. I feel like this is really a close-knit group. And James Sutherland even said the coaches really have us focused. It drives us even more to play better. So I think in that sense it's going to help. But on the other hand, there's going to be so much media attention. And going back to the Colgate game, there were so many people that were at the Dome. I mean, come on, they weren't there for SU Colgate. We all know that. They were there because they wanted to ask Coach Boeheim questions about Bernie Fine.
In the nature of being a team, an athletic team, you bond together, that us against the world mentality. Well, this is a whole lot better example of us against the world than is we were picked third in the conference or whatever, where you very often hear that trumped up by teams. They'll say at the end of the year, oh, nobody gave us any respect.
But when the ball goes up and the crowd is cheering and the guy has a ball in his hand, he's doing this, I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to be affected at all. Now, I might be the most naive guy in the room. I don't think they're going to be affected.